Today on Griffo's Garage, finally lowering the Hilux. Let's go. It's plain. It's not even a metal bloody blade on that thing. That's a tree cutter down on that one. So that's all we got. 50mm lowering springs for the front. I'm just going to run standard struts. I haven't got lowered struts or anything, so that'll be interesting. Good old King Springs coming to the rescue, and some big bopper blocks for the rear end. So first things first, let's get the vehicle in here, and we'll probably start on the rear end. I think the rear end's going to be the easiest. However, I do have to change out the leaf springs. The leaf springs in it at the moment are a constant 500 kilo load rating springs, so they are very hard. I put them in when I did mobile mechanic work, and since I haven't done that anymore, there's no need for it anymore. So we're going to put the standard springs back in. I have taken out the load spring, I think it is, the bottom one of the leaf spring. So hopefully that will give it a bit more low, and then we'll work our way into the front. So let's get into it. Before I lower anything, I just going to take a quick measurement around all four corners to see actually how much this thing does get lowered. So I'll do that, then we'll do the rear end. $845 in the rear. $755 in the front. Make sure you chock your front wheels. And then, because we're playing with the suspension, you don't want to put your jack stands under your diff because you're going to want to lower your diff, so we're just going to go off the tow ball for today. As already mentioned, these leaf springs are a 500 kilo load rating spring, constant rating, so we're going to get rid of them. To do that, we're just going to undo front and rear bolts, undo your U-bolts on both sides, and then we're just going to lift that rear axle up, new springs in. Hopefully we don't get too many kisses. It's definitely warming up in Townsville. And that is all it keeps your leaf spring in. So you got hangers here. I had a bolt for your handbrake cable. Bolts here, new bolts. Whole thing comes out. Just be careful. These things can be heavy. That's how I crushed my finger as an apprentice. So you live and you learn. Alright, got that side done. Quickly get the other side out and grab the old leaf springs and put them in. Alright, old one's out, new one's going in. Make sure when you put your bushes in, you lube them up. Make sure when you put your pins back in, you lube them up. The older you get, the wiser you get. You realise a little lube goes a long way. And then you just slide in like that. Let's put it back in, just everything in reverse. I'll start at the back, then you've got somewhere to pivot, and then what you want to do is make sure that both sides you have the leaf springs. Well, the way I do it, both sides you'll have the rear springs, you'll have the rear pins in so that your spring can pivot. You then want to lift your diff as high as you can, so then you can put your blocks in, put your bolts in, and then lower your diff onto your leaf springs, and then worry about your U-bolts. So let's see how easy that goes today. Boom, baby. Just like that. Hey, Dad. Before we worry about trying to align the axle with the hole, with the block, put your other spring in case it falls off the jack, and then it's not going to smash in the ground. You're not going to smash your fingers on the ground. Your leaf springs will catch it. So we'll sort the other side out, and then hopefully everything lines up. side was definitely easier than the other side. Now it's after a bit of dicking around. As you can see, blocks in, U-bolts are in. They've just got to be tightened down. One thing I love about eBay is they tell you it fits your car, you got to fit it on your car, and it don't fit, so then you just got to make it fit. So that's what we're doing at the moment, because the U-bolts, the bend in the U-bolt's slightly smaller than the tube on the axle, so just going to tighten them up until they fit. So that's where we're at. So that's one side done. I'll do the other side, and then it's just a matter of tightening everything up. So going pretty good so far, if you ask me. So as you see, I've got the U-bolts in, but they hang way too low. So we're just going to trim them up to the bottom of that bracket, and then that should stop the them hitting the ground if I ever get a flat tire. So turns out I need the angle grinder after all. Hashtag mini truck. Alright, got a second bite, I guess. How good is this? No weight on it, and I can barely fit my fist between the bump stop and the axle. So it's definitely coming out. Alright, all back together, everything's tight. We'll get these wheels back on and see how low this bad boy sits. Terrible. Not terrible at all, I guess. But she's stiff, that's for sure. Still got plenty of room for bump stops, so that's good. That's awesome. So much better. Let's get a tape measure. We're sitting at 750. So what's that? We've nearly lowered that 100mm. That's awesome. 100mm and it hasn't settled in yet. We'll probably go more. Also, these are quite meaty tyres as well. So another thing I did when I needed load rated rear ends. So these wheels and tyres will probably get changed up too. I'll probably keep the 16s. Just go a low profile tyre. So anyway, let's get cracking on the front. So if you're jacking up the front, chock the rear. Handbrake's normally sufficient, however, my handbrake's not sufficient, so timber it is. Should be pretty straightforward. We've got a couple of nuts up here that hold the strut in, a nut down the bottom that holds the strut in, and we'll see what else has to come off to get it out. We'll see. Maybe the sway bar, maybe the sway bar, maybe this ball joint, but it's not going to come out just sitting here looking at it, so. Just like that, upper control arm, sway bar off, steering rack off, top ball joint off, brake lines out the way, and your strut, it just bolts straight out. Fucking easy as that. So I'll show you how to use spring compressors now safely. We'll put this thing back together, throw it back together, and hopefully get the other side done quick, because it is hot out here and it's only going to get warmer. So let's get this done. Alright, so these are my new spring compressors. I got them from Trade Tools. The brand is Force. I don't know, they look a bit more heavy duty than the normal 2 teeth and the 1 thread. And anyway, I haven't used these before, so let's see how they go. They look pretty simple to use, but I've said that before and nothing goes to plan. So the way I've always used them is find the two coils close enough that you can actually get the tool around, even if that means putting the arm in and rotating it around the spring until you're happy with where it is. Put them in place. And I'm hoping. What do you do with these? Okay, you just rotate the handle and they compress the spring for you. That's awesome. No need for a rattle gun. Well, I don't think there's a need for a rattle gun yet. Just like that. Put it in, rotate it around till you're happy. Put it in, rotate it around till you're happy. And then with these ones, you just rotate the handle and you'll know it's loose because the top hat will be loose. So what you want to do is, if you're not sure, you want to loosen this nut at the top holding everything together. You want to loosen it slowly. And if there's still tension under all this, as you loosen that, tighten your clamps some more. So that's what we're going to do, get a spanner on that top and see how much tension there still is on there. Still a bit of tension on that, so I'm just going to get a spanner on these and hopefully take that tension out of it. So the fact that I can move this top nut and washer without it being under tension is a good sign. It means that the spring is compressed enough. So we'll go back to loosening that nut off. Oh, look at that, we can do it with a finger. Awesome. Lovely. Nut, washer, washer. Top hat. Awesome. Pull that bad boy out. Put our new bad boy in. Now, there is a locator on these struts. You'll see where the flat spot's got to go. Oop. Put that on. Put that on. Now, in my experience, putting lowered shocks in, you don't really need spring compressors because it doesn't take much to compress them. So, let's test this theory here today. I will use spring compressors. Alright, just like that. Front strut is in. Everything's tight up here. What I ended up doing was just putting that top hat on loose so I could still rotate it and align the bottom, put it in and then tighten that top nut. Control arms are tight. Ball joints are all back in and tight. You want to make sure if there's any of this on your brake rotors that you get rid of it. Other than that, that's it. So I'll smash the other side out and then we'll do the big reveal. So let's get it done. Alright, if you're still here, I appreciate it. Start on the other side, and I thought, what if I just undid the upper control arm and then the sway bar and then the brake line, and guess what? That's all you need to do before you strut out. So forget everything I said on the other side. Upper control arm bolts, 1, 2. You got your strut, bottom bolt, 3 top bolts, a sway bar, and your brake line. That's it, easy as that. All right, back to it. All right, back together. Quick test drive around the block, and hopefully that is lowered with no issues. So feels pretty good, not complaining. Probably won't really know how much lower it's gotten until we give it a week or so. But yeah, it feels good. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for joining in. For those new to the channel, thanks for stopping by, joining in. For those who are already existing subscribers, you know I appreciate each and every one of you. I am on Instagram. I have started a Facebook page. I am on TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok, so you can catch me on those apps as well. And other than that, that's it for this one. So I'll probably give this work car a good bath because it's been a while and it deserves it. So hopefully it's still reliable, just a little bit lower. So until next time, thanks for joining in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, bye.